We are therefore pleased to be one of the first member states to co-sponsor this resolution alongside a large part of the international community. This is a moment in which the voice of the international community is being heard loud and clear in the Security Council. Mr. President, colleagues, at the same time the risks for regional and international peace and security remain exceptionally high, and we are deeply concerned by the continuing military escalation in the region. All parties must exercise maximum restraint, prevent a further spiral of violence, and work urgently to reopen credible channels of dialogue in order to achieve a durable, negotiated solution. Absent a diplomatic solution, we will face a protracted conflict and crisis with growing regional and international consequences for all. As an elected member of this Council, we reiterate, therefore, our call for de-escalation, dialogue and diplomacy. Our aim should be to find ways to return to substantial negotiations towards a peaceful settlement in line with international law and the UN Charter. Finally, as this resolution makes clear, and as a leading maritime and shipping nation, we are flagging the alarming consequences of this conflict on global trade and energy supply. The Straits of Hormuz must open again and freedom of navigation must be restored without delay. As we have said time and again, failure is not an option. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Greece for her statement. I give the floor to the representative of Pakistan.
Thank you, Mr. President. The consequences of the conflict that we are witnessing right now are clear, and everyone is impacted. This is a conflict that should never have happened. The conflict and its disastrous fallouts are no more isolated. The regional and global dimensions are obvious. And when international law is violated, peace is imperiled and not advanced. We call for immediate and complete cessation of hostilities and return to the dialogue table. Only a peaceful settlement will serve everyone's interest. It is unfortunate that despite the grave threat faced by the region, the Council could not unify behind a comprehensive response to end the conflict. That's the sad reality. Yet, it was important to act, for there were genuine concerns that needed to be addressed. Under the circumstances, we had two proposed draft resolutions before us. I thank the representatives of Bahrain and the Russian Federation for presenting the respective draft resolutions. And Pakistan supports both the draft resolutions. Our positive vote on the draft resolution introduced by Bahrain signifies the affirmation of Pakistan's strong solidarity with the brotherly countries of Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates and Jordan. It also serves to underscore our condemnation of all the unwarranted attacks faced by them, especially those targeting civilians, civilian objects and critical civilian infrastructure. I reiterate Pakistan's complete support for the territorial integrity, sovereignty and political independence of all these countries. As demanded by the resolution just